new soft baits and new Gantarel colors from Jackall, new crankbait and new finesse jerkbait from Evergreen, Japan, and finally a return of some hookup logoed hats. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackall, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. What's up, my friends? Welcome back to What's New This Week at the Hookup Tackle. I am Ben, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King. We are the Hookup Tackle USA. Jeff, welcome back.
It is good to be back once again.
Yes, CJ filled in excellently for you last week. In fact, I forgot your name even. I called you Griff.
I heard and I saw.
Yeah,
I was
good.
disappointed
So you
and
actually
sad.
watch these videos.
Well, I had to see how terrible of a job
It was
CJ
amazing. He did a
did.
fantastic
He drank
job.
with you, didn't he?
He did.
Wow, what a...
Speaking of, would you like to drink with me?
No.
I'm out of cans. I just have these
Holy
man-sized bottles.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna be drunk by the end of this.
These are like straight up like lumberjack bottles. Yeah, like sake bomber sized bottles.
Good Lord,
Yeah.
dude.
Are you sure you don't want? Jesus. It
Yeah,
weighs like 32 pounds.
I would die if I drank that.
Delicious Orion, straight from the bottle.
It's gotta taste better from the bottle, right?
It's a totally different taste.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the can, actually, but the bottle's amazing.
Oh, okay.
They're both amazing. This is just more of like a richer taste, I would say.
Okay.
And the can is more of like a hot day. You know, relieves the hot day. And this is more like, all right, a meal. Well, I mean, it is 79 ounces of
I was gonna
beer.
say,
So
you're probably eating a steak with that?
I ain't gonna eat anything. I'm gonna be so full by the end of this episode. All right, let's jump into your favorite brand.
My favorite brand.
Yeah.
Oh.
You thought I was gonna say St. Croix, but I'm saying Jackall.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we see some new baits and some new colors from Jackall. Let's start with new bait.
Okay.
Shall we? All right, here we go. The exciting new addition to the soft bait lineup, the Jackall Rhythm Wag. Now, have you seen all the hype behind this bait, Jeff? Why are you laughing? Jeff, at least you're all right. This is the first bait. Why are you already laughing? Oh, because there's no hype on this bait. I don't know why. Jackall has completely ignored this bait, because this is actually one of the doper baits that Jackall has actually made. But they put all their hype into the Gantarel and the bounty fish. But check this out. This is super dope. So the Rhythm Wag, it's available in a 3.5 and a 4.5 inch size. Okay, so it's basically like a soft stick bait. It reminds me a lot of the Dolive stick. It looks a lot like a stick, right? But it has kind of split tails on the back. So this can be used as a free rig bait. It can be used as a weightless soft plastic like a Senko. It also has the ability to back glide. So if you rig it backwards, it will back glide down. You can see it has all the hook grooves. It has a flatter body, so just a unique bait. You could drop shot it. So just a very universal multi-use bait. A lot of super dope colors. There's a lot of really good shad colors. It'll be great additions if you guys like the Dolive stick from OSP. There'll be a lot of really nice shad tones in here. And of course there's, golden shiners, and there's, green pumpkin shads and magic shad. So check it out. I think in total there's 8 or 9 different colors in the 2 sizes. So it's gonna be a great bait to add to the arsenal. They're pretty inexpensive for a JDM soft plastic. So I'm excited to get them. So there you go. The Rhythm Wag from Jackall, available now. All right, while we're on soft plastics, it feels like almost every week I talk about this bait, but just to let you guys know about some restocks. So the Bounty Fish comes back in a few key colors. So we see watermelon return, we see cover side shad return, and we see the dark green pumpkin with blue flake return. So we talked about this last week. We got the white and the prism shad and the black last week. This is the segmented high floating fluke style bait that's really designed to be more of a topwater bait. So 3 colors that haven't been available in a really long time return from Jackall. And then of course the bait that actually has received all of the hype, the Jackall Gantarals. So 2 new colors arrive in the Jackall Gantarals. So these are going to be available in the Gantaral Junior as well as the full size. So we see the brand new RT Crappie and Fired Up. What is Fired Up imitating there, Jeff?
Pretty sure that's an arowana.
I think that's what Jackall was going for, a red arowana. Or it could just be maybe a super fired up carp.
Sure.
It's got some reds and some orange and some black. It's going to be a dope springtime color, you know, when they need something, you know, in that reddish tone, or when they're feeding on arowana.
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And then of course, you know, the crappie is a no-brainer. So again, if you guys aren't throwing the Gantarel, you know, the Gantarel is one that we don't talk about a lot because it's been out for a really long time, and it's just such an easy bait. It doesn't really require a lot of, you know, user, you know, input. You can get it to do some stuff, but really it's one of those that you almost just cast and wind in and it catches them, right? So just a really, really great bait. So there you go. In the Gantarel and the Gantarel Junior, 2 new colors available now from Jackall. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to Evergreen Japan for a moment. We don't talk a lot about Evergreen Japan because it's really kind of crazy how stuff arrives. In fact, we were just looking at some of these items, and it had been so long since I ordered them, I couldn't really remember what we did, and I realized that we ordered them back in September and October. So, you know, we're talking about 6-7 months of lag time between ordering and production. So pretty crazy, but some cool items. First, gotta stay hydrated. I'm gonna have to drink after every few words, like maybe put a word count or something.
Got it.
All right, let's dive into a bait that I've been really excited to get. It's a very small run. This turned out to be a much harder to produce bait than what Evergreen thought. So if this speaks to you, make sure you grab this. This is the brand new crankbait offering from Evergreen. This is the Evergreen Japan X over or crossover, depending on how you want to talk about it. So this is a slow floating bait, 90 millimeters, 18.5 grams. So about 3/4 or so of an ounce. Let me take one of these out, I'll let you guys see it. So this is designed to be a kind of a crankbait, jerkbait hybrid, thus the name, you know, the crossover. So most shad baits are really small and finessey, right? So the idea of this was to give casting guys and bait casting guys that want a shad type lure, but they need a bigger profile. This was what this was designed to do. So it is a 3-hook bait. It is a fixed weight system, so there's all kinds of tungsten weights that are balancing this guy. You can see it's a very kind of flat, you know, tall and flat with a unique shaped lip that's designed to allow this thing to have a tremendous amount of flash. You're going to get a very natural profile look under the water, but again, you can rip it, you can wind it, you can just crank it. Lots of cool stuff. Again, just something slightly different that's really designed to imitate the profile and the movement of a shad. So I think you guys are going to catch a ton of fish on it. It's available in 5 colors. Okay, so I'll show those to you really quick. They're pretty much all shad type patterns, and then there is a clown in there as well. Little flash IU and a clown. So 5 colors right now. Again, 90 millimeters, 18.5 grams. That is the Evergreen crossover or X over, however you want to say it. Those are available now. All right, and then going the opposite way into a traditional shad type bait, we see the addition to the lineup of finesse shad baits from Evergreen. This is the Super Sledge. So we have carried the Sledge before, which is the Evergreen shad. Now we are seeing the Super Sledge, which is basically the deep diving version of this. So to spec this guy out for you, it is a true suspending bait. It's 6 centimeters long, so basically about 2 inches or so long, 5 grams, so just under a quarter ounce, so still capable of making some really long casts. 12 total colors in this, so a huge color line. This is going to be a really, really great bait when you need something super finessey. There's all kinds of colors, from spawn killer to shads, but we take one out. There are also some abalone colors in here, so the abalone versions will have a little bit of a shell inside that will give off a little bit of a flash. But there you go. There is a look at the Super Sledge. So again, just super finessey, very natural bait fish pattern when the fish get super picky, which they are going to start getting after spawn. When they start seeing a lot of fry, they start seeing a lot of small little bait in the water, they are going to get super picky, and this is just another option to add to the line. Now you can see the tungsten balls that are in there. The bottom one, of course, is designed for giving the bait some keel. Now the unique one is the top one that is designed to give the bait some erratic movement. So if you listen to it very closely, right, you will get just a very light hit of like a deep pitch, but as that bait moves, because those weights are off balance, you do get kind of a real erratic action, one of the triggers of the Super Sledge. So there you go, available in 12 colors, available now. All right, a couple of restocks from Evergreen Japan to let you guys know about. So a new crankbait that came out late last year that's been a huge sleeper for the industry, but one of the Evergreen pro staff's like go-to square bill and shallow bait has been the Evergreen Zeruch. So these return in all the colors we've had before, including some new colors. So if you guys aren't throwing the Zeruch and you guys are still catching them on shallow cranks, this is a great one to add to the lineup. So just to spec it, 72 millimeters, 19.5 grams. So again, kind of a 3/4 ounce. There's all the traditional colors that you guys love, right? So the green pumpkin crawl, olive crawl, shad colors. But we also see a couple of new color additions. There's a new bluegill and a new kind of spawn killer type color. Take it out for you guys really quick. When you see this thing move in the water, it's just got a very big movement to it. It pushes a ton of water. It's just got a real big action to it. So just a great one when you need something different, completely silent, right? So it's just gonna give you that nice big draft that calls them up. So, trust me, we've been selling a ton of these to guys that know about them. So again, if your square bill season, your shallow crank season is still extending, this could be an absolute great one to add to the arsenal. So that is the Zeruch from Evergreen Japan. Also, while we are on restocks, I know a lot of you guys have been asking about, well, I had 2 to show you, now I have 1. Oh, thanks, Jeff. The Evergreen Little Max. So this is the Evergreen blade bait. Arguably, you okay there, guy? You're moving strange, like an old nibble man. Maybe it's the beard. The Evergreen Little Max. So this is known in Japan as being the kind of the staple blade bait. This is the blade bait that pretty much everybody has mimicked their blade bait off of. So how the Ito Vision 110 is to the jerkbait world, the Little Max is to the blade bait world, and everything is kind of mimicked off this. So we didn't get a huge shipment in, 3/8 ounce and 1/2 ounce, but a lot of the key colors that you guys have been waiting for are back. So if you've been looking for them, great time to pick them up. What we did get a huge shipment in on was a restock in this dude. And this is the Evergreen Double Motion. I know a lot of you guys have been super excited about this. You guys smoked them on it when we got them in before. So all the colors come back, including some new colors as well in this. So this is the Evergreen kind of speed crawl creature type bait, but it works so well. It's just got, again, a different action, just slightly different, slightly unique between the legs and kind of that speed crawl claws and tentacles. Just a great flip bait, great punch bait. So if you guys are looking for something different, something unique, and something cool, check out the colors, a ton of them. This is a 3.6 inch size, so the Double Motion from Evergreen, back. All right, and then the evergreen product, Jeff, that I know you have been dying to get your hands on.
Yes, a big swim bait. Finally.
This is even better than a big swim bait.
Ooh, a reel?
Okay. Even it's if you own a reel, you have to have one of these.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I introduced to you the JDM.
Oh.
Right? Maybe I should get closer for this. Okay.
Let me zoom in.
The JDM Evergreen International exclusive must-have if you own a spinning reel. The Evergreen Edge Spool Bump or Spool Edge Bump, some kind of edge spool guard. That's what it is. Spool Edge Guard. Nailed that. Spool Edge Guard available. Here's the dope part.
Let me hear it.
There's 5 colors.
5?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So, I know what you're probably thinking.
What am I thinking?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's exactly what
I knew you were thinking that. Jeff, this is not just any normal rubber band. Okay?
No.
No. This is a very special, custom-made, only for the Japanese domestic market.
Oh, okay.
We're very fortunate to have brought these over.
Got it.
Okay? You're going to be shocked. This is one of those things that Monday, when you and I talk, and you're like, you know, how are sales this weekend?
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, the #1 selling thing of the weekend, Evergreen Spool Edge Guard.
You
know what? I'm forecasting it now. It's a done deal.
It's not worth drinking to that. What are you doing?
I won. That's how it works.
Well, okay.
So now look,
Explain
there's
it
a
to
lot
me.
of things you could do with this. You could, if you had like tiny little wrists like
There's
you could,
no way,
you could
dude.
rubber band this around your wrist.
You're gonna
like
lose blood.
Oh, that hurts. Probably shouldn't do that. Should I get a spinning reel so we can figure out what the fuck this thing does? Let's do that. Okay, live on TV. The world's premiere of the Evergreen Spool Edge Guard.
What reel is that?
This is the greatest reel ever made. The Daiwa exists.
Okay.
Sorry, Stella.
You're gonna tarnish it.
No. The one thing that I've been missing on this reel,
Yeah.
Spool Edge Guard. I've been thinking it my whole life.
Your whole life?
Yeah. So some people will add a kickstand.
Yeah.
Right? So you can protect your spool. In all seriousness, here's what this was designed to do. This was designed to fit over the spool so that it protects the spool from banging, from chipping, from nicking, because that line is going to be coming off of that spool, so you don't want your line to be nicking. I don't exactly know how it's going to work yet. So let's put it on. It has a groove in the middle, so that's dope. Right? So it should fit perfectly. Look at that. That looks good. And then they're color coordinated, so like if you got 20 different, well, if you have 5 different spinning reels, you could put them on differently, or maybe like all your buddies are weirdos and you just use spinning reels, right? And so like you're the red guy, and you know, I'd obviously be this guy, right? I'm the green guy for, you know, money. And, you know, so like you could have different, I don't know, Jeff. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so there it is. Now, will the line, so the line, that didn't work very good. I think this is something that you're going to use. And we lost Jeff. Jeff's gone. You're just laughing because you think I lost the bet. But I didn't. This is still going to be the #1 selling item of the weekend. Because here's the thing. By the way, happy Sunday, everyone. This is how I start my Sundays. I hope you are having a laugh with Jeff and enjoying your Sunday morning. Hopefully you're fishing. If you're fishing and you're hearing this nonsense, don't stop to look at what we're doing. Okay? I think this is something you're going to put on your reels maybe in between as you're traveling, I guess. Right? And then when you go to use it, you pull it off. Because apparently it doesn't, the line won't come off when it's on. So it's like a rash guard. Yeah. It doesn't even look exactly right. There must be a trick to it.
Isn't there different sizes?
Well, I've got all mediums
Mm.
because the mediums are for the 1,000 to 4,000 size spools,
Oh, okay.
right? So if you're a catfish guy, I didn't bring you a size. So no 5,000 size. So there you go. It almost kind of looks, there we go. We'll just push it down. Look at that, looks sick. Am I right? Ugh. So it just completes it. Says evergreen on it, so that's dope. They gotta be cheap. Let's see how much they are. Yeah, in bougie standards, they're pretty fucking cheap, Jeff. I mean, $16.99 might sound crazy to you, but there's 2 of them. So that's cheaper to kickstand. I can't even say it without smiling. I'm gonna just drink my sorrows away that I even ordered those. Tell you what, if any of you buy that, I would love to see the photos of your reels with this. Tag at Jeffrey the King in every one you post. I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna figure out how many unique things I can do with this thing. So there you go. At Jeffrey the King, let him know that this is the sickest product we've ever brought in. There you go. New and exclusive from Evergreen Japan. All right, let me regroup
I like this.
here for a moment.
Yes.
And let's talk about a brand that I know pretty well.
Okay.
And products. So some big restocks this week from Megabass. Okay. So I'm just gonna fly through these just to highlight some of these. So I know a lot of you guys have been looking for 110s. Pretty much all the 110s return this week. So, you know, key colors, GG Trout B, Wagina IU back. We also see a return in, yet again, the SBOB Shad. And we do this every time.
Every time.
Every time this thing flies out of here. So I'll do it again. So here you go. SBOB Shad. This is the amazing, totally clear color pattern. It has that goldish kind of green shoulder to it, right? But as it moves, you get just that light hit of that kind of faint orange red that is a trigger color. So it's painted on the top of the bait. It kind of comes through only when the bait flashes, right? So when it's not flashing, it's totally natural and clear. And when it flashes, you get that little hit of red. So every time these come in, they fly out of here. So if you guys have been looking for that SBOB Shad, that is back. We also got the Deep Six version. This is the SB Shadow Crawl. Okay, so basically the same idea. It's the same coloration, right? Totally clear body, that same kind of goldish shoulder. It does have some kind of crawl lines on it, but same idea that when it flashes, it gives you that kind of orangish red hit on the belly. So as your fish transition and they get off of the shallow water jerkbait and they transition more to deeper water, this could be a great option to just transition out with them. So there you go, the 2 SB colors, both in the Deep Six and the SB Shadow Crawl, and in the 110, the SBOB Shad, both back from Megabass. All right, also back in stock, the majority of the Ito Vision 110 +1 juniors are back, including GLX Northern Secret, you know, all the key colors. So if you guys have been waiting on some of these to return, they're back. Ito Shiners are back, including GLX Galaxy Shiner. This is the best spring color, in my opinion, in this bait. It's a totally transparent bluegill perch pattern, but it's still really bright. Has the bars, has all that GLX flake, but it's completely transparent. So when it goes up to the light, it goes away and you just get this very natural profile. So if you've been waiting on Ito Shiners, those all return as well. For you saltwater guys, we brought in some custom colors in the Halibut 90s not too long ago, and they flew out of here. So those all return. We were able to get them to do a new batch. We also see a brand new color. This is Black Gigo. So if you are looking for just kind of a darker color, maybe a night type color, that's a sick color. Really dope. It's kind of that blackish blue with those orange stripes. So again, the Halibut 90 is a really heavy bait designed for surf fishing, designed to cut through the waves and get down to the bottom so you guys can work it effectively. So a full 1 ounce, even though it's only 90 millimeters, a great one for saltwater. So those are back. All right, while we're on jerk baits, we see a huge restock this week in the X Nanahan series. So both the X Nanahan and the X Nanahan +1 return. So all the colors are back. So I know a lot of you guys have been absolutely crushing them on this bait and you've been waiting on certain colors to arrive, so now is the time. So, Gigi Baby Purge, Sexy Monroe, Kasumi Ito, all the colors, the GP Ito Canary, the Ito Morocco, all return. Now, if you're not familiar with the X Nanahan, let me grab a perch one. I'm feeling very perchy.
Perchy?
I don't know why. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because we were talking about cheese curds.
Were we?
Yep. Oh, you weren't here.
Thank God.
The X Nanahan is the 75 millimeter quarter-ounce jerkbait designed to move exactly like the original 110. So if you guys smoke them on a 110, this is an excellent, super downsized version of that. Has the same movement. So just a great way to downsize when they're either feeding on smaller bait, or maybe you just need a finessier option because they're just not reacting to the full size. So there you go. X Nanahan, X75 plus the X Nanahan plus one, both back, all colors from Megabass. We also see a couple key returns that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on. So the Prop Dider iWake is back. This is the 106 millimeter half-ounce version. Believe it or not, we did a TikTok of this a couple weeks ago, and they flew out of here and they were gone. So I didn't even know anybody watched TikTok. I thought Griff was just crazy for making TikToks. If you guys follow TikTok, follow us along. It's the Hookup Tackle on TikTok. It's Griff. He posts 2 or 3 times every day. He loves it. He would love for you guys to jump on there and comment. But there you go. The iWake returns. This is a great wake bait for early in the season because it's super finessey. It was designed to be quiet and imitate the same sound as like a small little group of fish, moving on the surface, very finesse-like. This is a great one for that. It's not a whole lot of action. It has this really easy kind of rolling movement. So really good when they're still finessey. So those return. We also see all the colors return this week in the Sonic side. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on the baitfish pattern. So MB Gizzard is back, PM Ghost Shiner is back, Bahama Milk Pearl is back. So this is the flat side circuit board crank from Megabass. You can literally burn this thing. You can fish it slow. You can go any speed you want. So all the Sonic sides return. Okay, a couple other quick restocks. Uoze swim jigs. This has been such a hot item this spring. It's an amazing swim jig with that underspin blade. All sizes, all colors are back in this. So, quarter ounce, 3/8, half ounce, all the key colors are back. We also see a restock in the 5/8 and 3/4 size. So those are the Japan only sizes. The 5/8 and 3/4 are designed to fit a 5-inch spark shad. The smaller ones are designed to fit a 4-inch spark shad. So this time of the year, when the shad are getting ready to spawn, the big bait is moving up, the heavier sizes can be a great one, so those all return. Speaking of swim baits, Magdrafts have been like super hot. I mean, every spring the Magdraft is super hot, but the last few weeks, that's all you have seen pretty much every term is Magdraft. The Freestyle returns. So finally we get all the key colors back in the Freestyle. Now, at some point, this will be a huge stocking. But for now, they're churning them out as fast as they can, and they're not very big stockings. So if you see a color that speaks to you, grab them while you can. But all the key colors, MB Gizzard, Perch, Brownie, Whiteback Shad, even this color, I don't know if anybody's heard of this, but Albino Pearl Shad, that comes back. So if you guys have been waiting on the 6-inch Magdraft Freestyle, this is the weedless Magdraft. Goes great on a 6/0 to 8/0 weighted hook, depending on what you like. I like the 8/0, right? Those are available again, finally, now. And we also see a restock in the 4-inch bottle shrimp. So the bottle shrimp is one of those baits that is like streaky and then down, right? So when it comes to light and people talk about it, it catches a ton of fish and people go crazy over it because it's a really good bait, especially for flipping. You can backlight this thing, you can use it as a jig trailer, just a very, very effective bait. But it's one of those baits that doesn't get spoken about all year, right? So we go through these little windows where, we may go 6-7 months and it's not spoken about, people kind of forget about it, and then all of a sudden it catches fire again, and then everybody just buys all of them, right? So that's essentially what's happened. So if you guys have been waiting for this to return, now is a great time to get it. This is also the bait, all right? You remember this, Jeff? Oh yeah, 100% still. Let's see if you can smell it yet. Smells exactly like jalapenos.
Yeah, this time I can.
Yeah, it smells. It smells like a bag of Jimmy John's jalapeno chips. When you open it, it kind of like
Yeah.
Has that.
And then you add in soft plastic lures, and yeah.
Yeah. So like a Jimmy John's chip. So, I mean, who knew that Bassroid is into spicy things, right? Here you go. Don't even have to use any scent. It already comes flavored as jalapeno. So there you go. Bottle shrimps are back. All right, and then to finish out the Megabass restock, and we've got some rods too to talk about, but we'll end it with that. Restocking all the hats. So all the new hats are back. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on these. So both the trucker style, which is going to have the mesh back, as well as the just traditional snapback that'll be the full, I don't know, wool, I guess it is. Whatever hats are made out of. So all of those are back. The blackout, the new black on black, the navy, all the psychic hats return from Megabass. Now, those are super dope hats. I love Megabass hats. I wish my big ass head could squeeze in them, but for whatever reason, Megabass insists on making hats for little-headed motherfuckers like Jeff, right? So, if you share the problem that I share and nobody thinks about you, I got you.
You got them?
Okay. We have the return, finally, of the Hookup Tackle logo hats. As I'm pimping right now. And, I mean, if it can make me look good, and it is making me look good, if I say so myself.
Okay.
Yes. So, here we go. These are my favorite hats. They do come as a flat bill, but it takes like 3 seconds to bend it if you don't like the flat bill. So depending on my mood, I wear it either way. So here we go. We have traditional logo in a black charcoal. We have a flag logo in a red and white. So red, white, and blue flag logo. We have the blackout on the camo with a black back. We have the blackout on the black and white. We have the traditional logo on the black and white. We have the American flag logo on the camo. We have the blackout on the charcoal black. We have the flag logo on the navy white. And then to wrap it up, we have the flag logo on the royal white. That one's yours.
No.
It's just so bright, it caught your eyes?
No.
Or I lost you.
I'm thinking about something that's so unnecessary.
Well, so let's hear
it. Well, with that red and white hat, I was thinking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because you look like Ash Ketchum with that hat, because his hat's like that.
Ash Ketchum?
Ash Ketchum?
That's really the name of a character?
Ash Ketchum.
So, Ash Ketchum, but they made it kid-friendly and made it Ash?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Got it. This is Pokemon?
This is Pokemon. And then it got deeper into Pokemon, and I'm like, you held up the blue and white, and you're wearing the red and white.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, Latios and Latios.
Dude, I'm so worried about you. So you won't drop shot, but you know about this?
Yeah.
You're such a weirdo, Jeff. You won't drink beer. Pray for me, guys. All right. Those are available. Super sick. Grab them while you can. New this week.
So good.
Pokemon?
So good.
You know the characters?
Dude, I grew up with it. What are you talking about? I'm a child.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff, for such a wonderful Pokemon lesson.
Oh, yeah, no problem, dude.
Okay. New this week. One of Jeff's favorite baits.
Another one.
ISM Pull. Right? You remember this? The Pull 70?
Nope.
Well, what has been missing this entire time is the Pull 62. So a brand new size in the ISM Pull. So just to break this down, this is 70 millimeters. This is 62 millimeters. Okay. Now, the Pull is arguably the first bait of this kind that you throw on top of the water and you just twitch. Right? So there you go. It's just basically a topwater twitch bait designed to just really finessey, just kind of look like a minnow, just kind of, wounded bait fish on top of the water, just trying to live its last life before a big old bass comes up and just demolishes it. So if you guys have been looking for a smaller size, all the 70s return, and then we see the brand new edition of the 62. So some great colors in there, some perch colors, there's some bait fish colors. So might be worth checking out if you guys fish really, really skinny water, ponds, that kind of stuff. This could be a lot of fun. So check those out from ISM. The new Pull 62 is in. All right, and then a soft plastic swim bait that's been next to impossible to get in, but finally we got some stocking, the GanCraft Bariki Shad. So we should see a ton of GanCraft start filtering in here now over the next couple of months. I know you guys have been waiting on a lot of stuff to show. They're in big production mode now, so as it drops, we will let you guys know. So the Bariki Shad's available in a bunch of sizes. I have the 3/8 and the 4/8 here, some freshwater colors, some saltwater colors, right? So the Bariki Shad is just one of those really dope paddle tail baits designed to just, you know, have a slightly different action to it. You can see on the tail, it's more of a wedge squared off tail back there. It does have some little grooves in the tail that allow it to kind of flex in a different way as it moves. There's also a little pocket here on top of the tail, so you can add like a little bone rattle in there. You could add a weight, so a lot of guys will add like a small little nail weight, or even push like a little split shot or something in there, and that will give it an even greater tail kick for a different action altogether. So some really cool customizable things you can do with the Bariki Shad. So I know a lot of you guys have been chomping at the bit for these, so if you've been looking, those return from GanCraft. All right, and then you hear us talk a lot about weighting a swim bait down, like buying a floating swim bait and then using weights to kind of counterbalance it to make it more suspend, slow sink, however you want to do it, right? So I'm always on the look for, you know, different weight type systems to go. So I bring to you guys the BioVex weight seals. So here's what we got. We've got a handful of different ones here that you can do. So there is just a straight weight seal, right? So these are available in some different sizes. You can see they're just kind of a stick on weight. Super, super easy. There's instructions on where to put it on there, right? So you can choose your exact size here with the weight seal. They're in a small, a medium, and a large. There's also a mix pack. So if you're not sure if you want lightweight or heavyweight, you can buy the mix pack, and there's some of each size in there. They also have one that they're calling the weight seal fit. So you'll see that these guys have a little groove on them, so they're designed to perfectly fit around that front hook hanger, so it literally lines up perfectly and sits there, which is pretty dope. Now they also have a cuttable weight seal, so if you guys want to just have one big piece, you can cut it with scissors to whatever size or whatever shape you want it to be in. That is also available. So some cool new weight strips from BioVex available now. All right, a couple of new soft plastic items this week from Imakatsu. So we don't see a lot of soft plastic offerings from Imakatsu, so it's always exciting when we get these in. So I introduced to you guys the brand new 3-inch Imakatsu Fula shrimp. Now I'll show you a few different colors. We'll take one of these out here and let you guys see it. So this is a very popular kind of creature bait styling that Imakatsu, you know, Imakatsu is famous for taking things and really just kind of elevating them. Let's see if I can actually get into this.
You okay, Mike?
Well, why do they put the pull tabs on there if you still got to use scissors to open the fucking thing?
Wow. Cut.
All right, so there you guys go. There is a look at the Imakatsu Fula shrimp. Now, this was designed to be a horizontal offering similar to something like a Senko or a cover scat, but with a little bit more action to it, right? So on the bottom side, it will have a hook slot in there, so you can rig it to Texas rig, and it will be able to collapse in the back, so you can have great hook sets. It has a couple of little legs there. It has the appendages front and back. Of course, you can rig it either way. You can wacky rig it. You can do whatever you want with it, but really, it's just designed to be a very finesse kind of weightless presentation when the fish just need something very naturally kind of quivering down to them. The Fula shrimp could be a great option. So it's available in a bunch of great colors. So there you go. Might be worth a shot. New this week from Imakatsu. The other bait that is new this week is the Imakatsu ankle Goby. So this is a very finesse soft plastic, basically paddle tail swim bait designed to imitate a goby or another type of bait fish that would be more of a bottom dwelling bait fish. Let me take this out. I'll show you guys. All right, so there is a look at the at the ankle goby. Now, it's a little bit of a unique shape. It's almost like a diamond type shape up top. It's got more of a flatter bottom. It is, you know, super ribbed, so it's going to have a lot of movement. It's going to trap some air, and just that real finessey little tail on the back. So again, you know, fish that are on the bottom aren't necessarily having these big, wide movements. They're more finessey, more just kind of digging through, and this is what this is designed to imitate. So if you guys are fishing, you know, Great Lakes or smallmouth, or, you know, anywhere where, you know, Goby is a target, or some other type of minnow bait that is more of a bottom dweller, this could be a really great natural option for you. Again, it's available in a bunch of colors. That is the ankle Goby from Imakatsu. All right, and finally, we see a stock of the baby Bassroid return. So we see some really key colors, some trout, some ayus, and of course the bass. So this is one of those baits that as fast as I let people know that they're in, they fly out of here, because it's super, super natural, and it's really, really cool, right? So let me just grab one out, let you guys see it. So there you go, just a perfectly natural, just a beautiful shape, a beautiful color, designed to be the same profile as a small baby bass. This one is in the bass pattern. It's just a crank down, right? So all you have to do is really cast and retrieve. There is an additional slot if you want to add weight and sink it down as well. So again, some great colors, super, super easy to use, 112 millimeters, 22 grams. So it's just a 1 ounce bait. You can throw it on any normal gear. So if you guys have been looking for a really cool, like spring downsize little swim bait for when they start feeding on, you know, bluegills, baby bass, smaller stuff, this could be an excellent option for you. Before we jump over to rods, Jeff, let's make it official.
Okay.
All right, so Jeff and I just laid down a bet. So, as many of you have been seeing, I've been growing this beautiful beard.
It is quite nice.
Right? Jeff has also been growing a beautiful beard through season. Let the people see your beautiful beard, Jeff.
I mean, I trimmed it a little, so it's not good right now.
No, but you posted a swim bait picture the other day with no beard. And I was like, who the fuck is that guy? Like your first fish of the season, you didn't have any beard. And
Yeah,
you
it
looked
wasn't
like
that
20
much.
years younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I trimmed a lot of it already.
Okay, but still,
What's this thing?
this is the bet. This is the world's greatest spinning reel accessory right here. This is the Evergreen spinning reel cover bumper. Now, here's the bet. I think these are going to sell out because I think enough people are just as nutty as me that they want to get them and just figure out what the fuck they are. So, if they sell out, you got to shave your beard.
Okay. They're not gonna sell out. There, I said it.
If I'm wrong, I'm shaving.
Damn, that
So
sucks.
one of us is going to look so cute.
Adorable.
Yeah, next week. Come on, guys. I really don't want to shave.
I'm gonna
Please.
assume you have like 200 of those things.
Maybe. I'm going to be drinking a lot this weekend. They're going to sell out. Everyone's going to get them. And tag Jeff. All right, let's fly through some rods, guys. Some important restocks to let you guys know about. All right, this is a rod that a lot of you guys have been waiting on. This is the Daiwa Steez AGS. This is the 7.6 mag medium light, okay, spinning rod. So this is the great hair jig rod, Okashira screwhead rod. It flew out as the fastest Steez AGS to sell out the first time, and it hasn't been back since. So if you guys have been waiting on this guy, this is a great time to grab it. That returns. We also see some NRX models, some new NRX models, as well as some important ones. So for the first time, we see the 895 JWR. So this is the 7.5 5-power. Oh, that's going to be sick. So designed to be a heavy jig rod. So if you guys are throwing a lot of 3/4, 1 ounce jigs, this is the rod you're going to throw. I have actually not had one in my hand. 3/8 to 1 ounce is what they're rating it on, which I think is the same as the 894, but it's definitely powerful. So this is definitely going to be the one for you guys. So you've been waiting on the 895. Those are finally available. Let's see what other models they threw in my pile. The 872 JWR Spin returns, so that guy is back. Also, the 822 DSR returns. So we got a handful of these. Last week or the week before, they flew out of here. If you guys missed out, this is the great new drop shot rod from Loomis NRX. Those are back. And then we also see for the first time the 802 S JWR. So this is the 6/8 medium, just kind of all around use rod. So if the 852 is too long for you, for whatever reason, you just need a shorter rod, this could be a great option. So the 802 in stock now from Loomis. All right, so Megabass rods, let's fly through and talk about some restocks. What do I have here? I haven't even looked to see. Ah, a Ronin. This is one that a lot of people have been waiting on. So if you guys have been waiting on the Orochi XX Ronin, they return. I think pretty much all the Orochis and all the Levantes are back. So maybe that would have been an easier segment, just tell you like, hey, if you're looking for an Orochi or a Levante, they're all back. But here you go. Ronin, those return, so those are back. That's the rod that, by the way, is designed for throwing a jerkbait. So if you're looking for a jerkbait or a hard bait spinning rod, that's the one that's actually designed for doing it. 7/1 medium heavy Valkyrie also returns. So you guys hear us talk about this rod a lot. This is my favorite Valkyrie rod for throwing, you know, small chatterbaits. You can throw a square bill on it. It's an amazing blitz rod. So I use it for my Blitz EXDRs, my Blitz Max DRs, my Stealth Blade chatterbaits. Super dope. So 3/8 to 1 ounce lure rating. It's a glass carbon composite, so dope to have these in. So 7/1 medium heavy. By the way, last of the batch on these. So this will be it on the 7/1 medium heavy. So don't miss out. Definitely grab that. There's another Orochi here. Don't know what I have. Let's make it a mystery. It's the jerkbait special. All right, Orochi jerkbait special returns. So if you guys have been looking for a jerkbait rod, Jeff and CJ just did a great video, along with myself, on our Megabass jerkbait rod breakdown. If you guys didn't see it, Jeff can leave a link up here and you guys can go check it out. We basically break down the entire Megabass jerkbait rod lineup, so you can see exactly which rod is best for which baits. But the Orochi jerkbait special returns. We also see, I know the jerkbait special in Levante is back as well, and it's the first time it's been back in a really long time. So one of these I know is a jerkbait special. This one, I'm good. So if you guys have been waiting on the Levante jerkbait special, those return as well. So that's the 611 3/8 to 3/4 ounce, right? So just a great inexpensive jerkbait rod that's perfectly designed for that. So those are back. I got a bunch of Levantes here, so let's see what else showed up. I think they're all in stock, but just in case they're not. Flat side special also returns. So this is designed to be a small crankbait light duty topwater rod. So it's got a lot more bend than previous generations of Levante. So it's more of a true crankbait bend. So that's a very popular one. Those return as well. This is a spinning rod. Whip snake? Enforcer. So the Enforcer returns. We actually talk about the Enforcer a lot because I love the Enforcer. It's a 7/4 true medium. This is a great big water spinning rod. It's got a light enough tip to be a drop shot rod. It's stout enough to throw a tube, to throw a jig, to throw a dark sleeper. So the Enforcer returns. Got two more. Let's see if Jeff's Diablo is in there. This feels like another spinning. And it is the Shaky Head. So this is going to be the 7-foot 1/8 to 1/2 ounce. This is kind of the best rod in the line, kind of all around use for if you're going to drop shot, shaky head, free rig, just kind of do everything on it. You don't want a 7/4, shaky head is a deal. So that returns as well. And then finally, feels too big to be a Diablo. My guess is a perfect pitch. The perfect pitch returns as well. So this is the great 7.2, 3/8 to 1.2 ounce soft tip for loading baits like a 6-inch Magdraft, making great pitches. So if you guys have been waiting on that, those return from Megabass. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Happy Sunday, my friends. Thank you for giving us time on your Sunday morning. If you have questions on anything we covered today, drop them down below. I will get to them for a little bit, but dude, I'm going to party. Cole and I are going to see Megadeth, the Lamb of God. I'm going to be in the pit, so I'm going to try not to die this afternoon. So pray for me. I'm going to be drinking a lot more of this tonight. You want to come, Jeff?
Absolutely not.
Perfect. Jeff will leave links to all the products down below. Jeff, may the best man win. It was good to see you in your beard, sir.
I'm ready to get it off.
Oh, so you want to lose?
Yes.
Okay. Well, guys, again, on behalf of myself and Jeff and everybody around this place, thank you for the support. Thank you for the business. Thank you for the time on Sunday mornings. We will see you again soon. So, peace out, guys.